All right, welcome everybody to the Farm2Food Accelerator. This is the 2022 Florida program. We've had one program before this, which is the 2021 program. And we are thrilled to have you all here. So Maria, if you could, I just first want to start out with a big congratulations. We had over 30 applications and some really, really impressive applicants. And you guys were the ones who made it. We really enjoyed looking over the applications. So we're excited to get to know you and put some of that information with your faces and your personalities. We loved the diversity of the personalities that we saw in the product. So can't wait to actually get to know you. The plan for the day is, Maria's clicking through the slides for me. If you see me, I do a little pause. So the agenda for the day is we're just gonna welcome everybody and then do a quick program overview just to orient everyone. And then we'll do introductions of the project team, and also each of you will have an opportunity to introduce yourselves and the products you're working on. And then we'll kind of dig into some of the fundamentals of the program, the timeline, the weekly structure, how the assignments work. And then we'll go into the community website walkthrough, and we'll make sure that you guys know where everything is so that you're good to go once we close out today. And then we will do a quick preview of this next week. And that'll be about a 5 to 10 minute preview of the assignment and what to expect over the week ahead. And that is, sorry, we're still admitting people. That is something that will happen every single week. At the very end, I will give a quick preview just to let you know what to expect. So with that, we will introduce the program. So the Farm2Food program was created by the NASDA Foundation, actually up in Oregon and Washington with state grants up there. And the program has been adapted for Florida and also Nevada. It is a wonderful program, and its curriculum. For the Florida program, it's led by the Collaboratory for Inclusive Entrepreneurship, and yes, we changed our name and we're working on a new logo. The NASDA Foundation created the curriculum. We also have Working Food with us, who is a Florida-based food incubator and commercial kitchen, and you will meet one of the heads of Working Foods soon. Union Kitchen is a Washington, D.C.-based accelerator that has also been instrumental, and you will have one of their lead people be the instructor for about half the weeks. So they're a wonderful resource, and they actually, as part of their accelerator, it's really neat. They have a program, and then they actually also have grocery stores up in the DC area that their products go into. And then KW Consulting and Design, that's me. And I am just here as a contractor with both US and with NASDA to coordinate these weeks and be your point of contact throughout. So this grant is funded by the U.S. Department of Commerce, the Economic Development Administration, which is, we commonly will just say EDA. And the goals of the grant are to increase profitability and resilience for 20 Florida farmers and small farms that have less than 20 full-time employees and have a certain revenue or under a certain revenue. And the purpose of it is to help you better respond to unforeseen market disturbances such as COVID. So yeah, if we could move. Okay, so COVID, as I'm sure most of you have experienced, some, if not many, disruptions from COVID in your lives. But Florida farmers in particular were expected, when we got this grant, they were expecting crop losses of over 522 million. So the solution that we proposed in this grant is to create a program that centers around launching a value-added program or value-added product out of the raw things that you grow already or raise already. So why that is, Maria, is because diversification can allow for a lot of really neat things. It can help you retain a larger amount of the dollar spent by the consumer for food. It can increase your sales and profitability. It can increase shelf stability. It also reduces farm waste. So those extra things that may not look, perfect for like a strawberry that might not look perfect, can maybe go into jam. So it really helps on that side of things. It expands your market season, especially if you have a shelf stable product. You're not beholden to only one portion of the year that you're able to sell. It can increase your farm visibility, and it also allows entry into new markets. Okay, so this program, it starts today officially, and it runs until March 31st, which is our last meeting together. You will be focusing on one food or beverage product for human consumption. And we ask you to focus on one just because the course is intense, and we want you to really be able to dive in and to understand these concepts in a really practical way. And all of the material, except for I think one week, is based around that product. So you'll be creating a survey for that product in particular. Everything that you learn, you can apply to other food and beverage products that you produce. So don't feel like this isn't going to be applicable. It will be applicable to everything. We value your time, and we want everything to have that real world application for you. So there are main components of the program, and that's online coursework. So we have 12 weeks, and it's 15 topic-based modules. And there are some weeks where it's sort of a choose your own adventure. So there will be 2 modules on some of those weeks. I'll get into that a little more in a little bit. We have a live discussion component, which is like today, where we all get together. There's also individual marketing assistance, which is a really exciting aspect of the program. It includes things like helping you develop a logo or refine a logo or packaging or even a website. So we will get into that. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about the marketing component today, but it's a wonderful aspect of it, and we will get into that in much more detail later on in the program. And then we have the community, and that's such a huge part of this program. After the 2021 group graduated, they continue to meet up, they continue to support each other. Some of them will source some of their ingredients from each other, or just be seeing something and collaborate, or want to show someone something that's relevant. So it's really a nice way to get better connected. So with that, we will move on. I'm going to introduce the program team. Some of the program team is not able to be with us today, and we have some other people here to represent as well. So I would love to start out with Anita. Anita, would you mind introducing yourself to the group?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year to all of you. I'm Anita Rao, and I'm Program Director of UF Innovate Pathways program. Pathways is our education and support organization under the UF Innovate umbrella. This program, the Farm2Food program, is actually run by Wanda Eugene, who runs the Collaboratory for Inclusive Entrepreneurship. And you may have heard from her before via email or spoken to her. And so she's not able to be here today. So, I wanted to welcome you all to the program, and I hope you have a great 12 weeks going forward.
Thank you so much, Anita. So yes, Wanda will be here pretty much every single week. She will be with us. We also have Anna Prizia with Working Food, who is one of our main program team members. Anna will be in and out throughout the course. She really has, I don't think Anna, she said she would be able to get here, but a little late today, most likely. Anna is a powerhouse. She does Field to Fork at the University of Florida. She's part of Working Food. And she also is an Alachua County Commissioner. And she is our sort of guru on local regulations and just food entrepreneurship. She is amazing. So if you have specific questions about local food and how all that works, you will most likely be talking to Anna, and we will connect you with the right people at that point. Then I'm going to pass it to Maria next. And Maria, if you wouldn't mind introducing both you and Elizabeth. I know Elizabeth can't be with us today.
Hey y'all, can you hear me? Oh, can y'all hear me? No? Yes? Awesome. Sweet. Hey everyone. Thanks, Katie. My name is Maria Martinez. I'm with the NASDA Foundation. I'm a coordinator. And then you can see Elizabeth Rowland is also with the NASDA Foundation. She's the executive director. She's also very pregnant right now. And so going forward, I'll be your point of contact for the foundation, but I'm really excited. I also work with the Oregon, Washington, Nevada ladies. And so I've met with the 2021 class of the Florida women, and they are so lovely. And I know y'all are going to be so stellar. So I'm so excited. You'll see me pop in every week. If you have any questions, obviously talk to Katie, but sometimes she might point you towards me if it's technical with Zoom and all that other stuff. But I'm so stoked that y'all are part of the program. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Maria. And then another important member who I am just meeting today too, although I've met her over the phone, is JV. JV is with the Collaboratory for Inclusive Entrepreneurship. She would be on this slide, but she just started. JV, would you like to say hello?
Yeah, I just want to say hello. I'm really excited to have you all start this program. Hi, Katie. Finally, nice to meet you on this visual here. But no, I'm just getting started, and they've already explained so much about Farm2Foods. And so I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to see you all develop and see where we're going to go in the next couple of weeks. So I work directly under Wanda. She'll be in all of the calls, but I should be popping in as well. So I don't know if you should be asking me questions yet, but I will definitely be here to learn alongside you all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, JB. And then I am on this slide. I have worked with the Collaboratory on a number of programs that they've had, including EWITS, which is technology-based, and WeRise, which is also technology-based. And but each of the programs has been women-centric. And so I'm really excited to be here with you all today, just to help you make your ideas become something really real and out in the marketplace and revenue generating. So, all right, with that, there's enough about us. What I am really excited about is getting to meet all of you, because it was so fun to read all the applications, but and I've had the opportunity to speak with some of you over the phone, but not all of you. So, and I want everyone to meet each other. So if we could just go around really quickly, 1 to 2 minutes, your name, your farm name, if it has one, where you're located, what you grow or raise, and then what your value added food or beverage product is, and kind of where you are with it. That would be great. And Maria, do you mind taking down the share screen just so we can see everyone's faces during this? That'd be great. Thank you so much. All right, and so I am just going to go through the screen as I have people showing up. So the first one is Pamela. Pamela, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Pamela Gill. I live in Pinetta, Florida, which is up in Madison County, so I'm way up here in North Florida. I have a farm with a lot of different things going on. I'm a licensed game bird farm. I have a nursery license. I've got fruit and vegetable and flower crops in. But for the purposes of this program, I raise pastured poultry. And so my value added product is chicken soup. And I figured with COVID, that would be a hit this time, around. I currently have some meat birds growing out. I normally try to steer away from raising them this time of the year because the weather fluctuates so badly, and they're raised completely outside in chicken tractors is really the term. They're just small pens that you can move around so that they can have access to fresh grass. They're also fed a 20% protein feed, because there's obviously not enough grass this time of the year anyways, but it grows them out in about 10 to 12 weeks. I'm experimenting with a different batch of chickens this time. They're a slower growing bird, but they're a heritage breed. And I'm kind of into that. I don't like to get too far away from the tried and true. So I'm trying, different birds, different growth rates and so on and so forth. I would like to say that, hey, I can grow the carrots that go in the soup and everything else, but that's really stretching it. I'm going to have to look at some of you others that might be growing vegetables and see if I can source my vegetables somewhere else. So.
Where are you
Thank
located,
you
Pam?
so much, Pamela.
I'm in Madison County. So the name of the town is Pinetta. I am
Yes,
way
exactly
up
where you are.
here near the Georgia line.
Mhm.
Kind of north of Lake City if you were going straight up I-75. Now, I did used to live in the Tampa Bay area. So I actually attended college at St. Leo at one time, and then USF. But that was many, many years ago.
Great. Thank you so much, Pamela. So that actually brings up a really great point that I wanted to mention to the group today, is that there's a couple people who are struggling right now with sourcing some of the ingredients for their products. And I know that that many of you, Seta, I'm looking at you, are well connected and have, or grow lots of things. So that is something that I would, if you're looking for an ingredient, maybe just put it in the chat at some point today. That would be really great. But with that, I'm going to move on to Debbie. Debbie, would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Debbie. It's not Rick Flag. We have Frenchtown Bee Farm. So besides bees, we also grow a lot of, we have some fruit trees. And we have a lot of the just general produce that's growable right now. Some of the leaves, leaf greens, and I should get carrots planted soon. And for my product, I make granola. But for my product, which is lemon nut balls, I need turmeric and ginger, and I grow both of those. And I'm able to source lemons, but our source may be drying up, so I may need to plant some lemon trees.
All right.
I live
Thank
in
you.
Florida, Tallahassee.
Great. Thank you so much, Debbie. All right.
You're welcome.
Next up on my list, I have, let's see, I have Alice. And Alice, I believe, is traveling today, and she might have only been able to call in, but we are still grateful that she is here. So
Hi, yeah. Can you hear me?
we can, yes, Alice.
Okay, I can't, I don't even know how to, it logged me out. I'm at a hotel, unfortunately. And I'm having trouble with their computer. So I'm in Hillsborough County, and I'm in actually Apollo, well, my farm is in Wimauma, which is southeast Hillsborough County. And the name of my farm is Passiflorida, which I derived from Passiflora, which if you know what that means, that's the passion flower, the passion fruit flower. And I am growing semi-tropical fruits. I've just started. I don't have a whole lot, that's producing right now, but I've started with strawberries, coconuts. I'm worried about the coconuts actually. The pineapples, avocados, and passion fruit. Let's see, what else? What else?
Alice, did you say where you are located?
Yeah, in Waimauma, which is
Okay.
southeast Florida, southeast Hillsborough County.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Alice. All right. So next up is Seta. Seta, I would love for you to introduce yourself.
Hi, ladies. What a pleasure to be here. Kind of fun, kind of fun. My name is Seta Barnhart. I hail out of Monticello, Florida, my ladies, Panetta and Tallahassee, right here in Jefferson County. I run a company called Seed Time Harvest Farms, where we've operated as a community supported agriculture, a CSA program for the last 10 years, delivering fresh produce to families in our area, Jefferson, Madison, Leon County. I do grow some. I have some citrus trees. We have oranges, we have lemons, we have grapefruits. I work with a coalition of farmers that's been providing this grocery bag service. So I work with farmers within a 100-mile radius and still collecting up more farmers' names so we can provide for a greater way. I do, like I said, I grow some myself. The family has farmed for years. We got a bunch of land and too much land to grow all the things we like to grow. My product, what I'm focusing on for this particular class, is a ginger and turmeric tonic. I found that through COVID, I had people just calling me up to request these batches of something I had tried out, and then they start paying me for it, and then they start paying me in advance for it. So I went, okay, it sounds like we got something here. I have turmeric. I can't grow enough of it. I have bunches of turmeric growing. I have ginger growing. I don't have enough of it growing. I need more farmers doing those things. Key lime is another specific item that I need for this product, and then honey is another piece that I need from this product. So, yeah, the turmeric and ginger, I know Miss Debbie, yeah, we can't grow enough. But I'm working, one, to put as much of it I can in the ground myself, but then encourage some other farmers that I'm working with collaboratively to grow a couple acres of it. So, that's my focus, again, for this process and this product. We're working on that ginger turmeric tonic.
Great, thank you so much, Seta. Next up, I have Cherokee. And I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I'm not sure if you guys wouldn't mind when you're not speaking, just muting yourselves. That would be great. Perfect, thank you so much. Sorry about that. Okay, so Cherokee, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, that would be great.
Yeah, so I'm actually based out of Gainesville, Florida, so yay. And that sounds really interesting, Seta. I too have some turmeric and ginger that I'm growing. I don't have a farm, I just have a little home-based nursery where I sell some ornamental plants. So I feel like there's probably a lot for me to learn in this program. Kind of around the turn of COVID, I've worked in tech for many years and teaching in cybersecurity. And so it was just a very kind of stressful time for me. And I stepped back from my 70-hour work week and got in touch with gardening. And it's kind of just changed a lot about me fundamentally, and I love it. So thank you for allowing me to be here. I am one of those people that are having a source issue. My original product idea was to do a beauty berry jam. And my beauty berries, they were recently in season and I froze some and they got a little bit frost burnt. So I wasn't even sure about what to do in this situation. I've reached out to some people and I'm waiting to hear back today to see if there are any still frozen that I know a couple people had. So I guess there's that. But also I will say that's really cool, Seta, that you were doing those drinks, because that was kind of the first thing that I started doing too, was the turmeric and the ginger and wheatgrass to kind of like just bolster my sister. She works for Shands, so in the hospital. So I was trying to keep her healthy. And that's, I guess, That's all I have to contribute.
Thank you so much, Cherokee, for sharing all that. So I don't know if you saw in the chat, but Pamela said that she has tons of beauty berries and growing wild, and she's like, come and get it. So
I will do.
Thank you,
Thank
Pamela.
you
That's
so
awesome.
much, Pamela.
all right.
We pull the beauty berry and throw it away because nothing eats it here. So come and get it. It's not ripe right now, obviously, but yeah, you can have all you want.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. So next up, I have Pat. And as a quick, just letting FYI to everyone, Pat is my stepmom, and I did not judge her application to try to make it very fair. But she's wonderful and she has a farm. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and be quiet at this point. Go ahead, Pat.
That's very sweet, Katie. So hello, everybody. And it's generous that she says I have a farm. It's actually a little, I would call a hobby farm. I don't have a name. Like Pamela, I'm poultry and game bird. I have had poultry since 2003, or not, chicken since 2003, and then just got recently into quail. Quail are very seasonal. They require certain lighting. And if you keep them under lights too long or constantly, in order to keep them laying all through the year, their lives are shortened. So I'm just too soft-hearted to do that. So I haven't had, you basically get eggs for half the year. The chickens are better producers. The value-added product that, now I got to choose one, and I'm going to hopefully reach out to y'all because I just can't choose. I make pickled quail eggs and pickled eggs, but I really wanted to develop a really good recipe for pickled quail eggs. And I also make different flavored tiny meringues, little snack meringues that, and I haven't sold any of these products. I usually just bring them in to work and have the coworkers eat them. I make vanilla, maple, tiny meringues, lemon meringues, cinnamon, and a little peppermints. They have less than 2 grams of carbs, sugar per serving. And so they're nice little snacks. They're gluten-free as well, obviously, because they're just egg whites essentially and some flavorings. What else? I also have emus. And so I'm hoping, I just want to go really into the eggs. And I love turmeric and ginger. I grow that as a hobby, but I don't have enough to give anybody, sorry. And I love I'm an emergency medicine physician. So I've been seeing tons of COVID patients, and I do tell them to eat chicken soup, elderberry stuff. I'm a big proponent. And so I'm going to be like pushing SETA stuff too, as well. So any other questions, or not questions, any other questions? What else do I need to say?
Thank you, Pat.
Okay.
And then you're located, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm also in North Florida, in Green Cove Springs right now. And up in McClenny is the hospital in North Florida, near the Georgia border.
All right. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thanks.
Next up on my list, I have Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica Macarthur. My farm's called Innovate Farm. It's located in Newberry, Florida, really on the border of Newberry and Gainesville, really, just off of Parker Road. My husband and I kind of started it kind of last year, end of last year. And we just were trying to grow kale and, just playing around, really. Kale, cucumbers. Right now we have a lot of Swiss chard, and we're going to start growing. We want to get some chickens, some laying hens, to maybe get some eggs going also. We're really interested in developing chicken tractors. And we both my husband and I have backgrounds in engineering and robotics. So we kind of want to have like automated chicken tractors, but that's another business venture. But my value added product is actually these cookies. They're called pizzelles.
Yeah.
They are Italian waffle cookies that are traditionally made around Christmas time. My mom and I have been making them, I mean, forever, our whole lives. So my idea was, use sugar, flour, eggs, oil, the components. Anise seeds is the other component. So I was thinking of using locally sourced eggs, hence getting all the chickens, and using eggs from the farm, and then possibly also the anise seeds, because that's also good for the chickens to eat. I was researching. Yeah, so that's my food product. I've gotten them in Publix and they taste terrible. These are much better. But I'm biased. But anyway, they come in different, you can do them in different flavors. I mainly do the anise flavored ones, just traditionally. I've done no gingerbread and chocolate and just plain vanilla. And then one of the other aspects that I'm interested is doing maybe more of a gluten-free option. I've done those in the past and they turn out pretty good. And also just trying to make it a little bit more health conscious, because there's a lot of like allergens in this type of product. The wheat, it's the oil, I guess, the soybean oil. And then the eggs can be an issue for people. But anyway, so that's what I'm looking at trying to commercialize.
Great. Thank you so much, Erica. All right, next on my list, and of course my list is moving, Jocelyn.
Sorry, my husband started calling at like the exact same time you called on me. That's hilarious. I'm Jocelyn Lanier. My husband and I own Lanier Farms, which presently we farm land, but we also own an agricultural service where we improve land and do buildings and stuff like that. But we've raised cattle and hay for our entire lives. So farming runs very deep. We are presently shifting our operation to a farm to table for beef production. And my value added product that we're going to be developing for this is beef jerky, Korean barbecue beef jerky. I'm located down here in Crystal River, Florida. And we also have our other family farm in Levy County. So we farm 2 different properties.
Great, thank you so much, Jocelyn. All right, Rebecca, you are next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rebecca. With Earth Remedies, my value-added product is tea. I grow mushrooms. I also wild harvest them, and I try to incorporate as much of the good stuff into the tea and still try to get it to taste good. Like most of the women here, I've got a bunch of stuff going on, with animals and different vegetables and herbs. I have my nursery license, and we've always had animals in our family. So no pun intended. I meant like, you guys know what I meant, not animals in the actual family. Anyways, yeah, so I'm in Jackson County. So we're right here next to, we're, 5 miles from Georgia, 5 miles from Alabama. Yeah, I'm excited about this. It's really good to see the rest of you women, doing things that are sort of, at one point they were just ideas, and here we are doing it. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, I totally agree on that. Next up, we have Tori and Linka. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Oh, you guys are muted. I'm sure it was wonderful though.
Not paying attention. All right. Lincoln does not want to start, so I will. But we're a mom and daughter team. We bought our farm about 10 years ago. We're in the Redland Agricultural District, which is between Miami and Homestead in South Florida. And Our product is sort of hot and not so hot sauce that we're planning on making from vegetables and herbs that we grow. But we also raise Katahdin black belly cross sheep, carneros, they call them down here. And we have a flock of laying hens, and we have a variety of fruit trees. But we figured to start with the product, that's where we would begin. And we homeschool, so this is kind of like a big component of what we're looking at right now, because it's important to us that farming is something that the next generation is going to be able to do. So tell them a little bit about you.
I'm not really sure where to start. I've gotten a lot of experience from working with the animals that we've raised. I raised two of our chickens that we have out in the yard, in the house, and a lamb. She's really sweet. She recently had her own lamb. And we have a little farm, little garden out in the front where we have some collards and some other vegetables there.
Great.
Okay.
I really appreciate that. Yeah. I wanted to let you know that we've actually had 2 other, oh wait, let's mute you. We're getting a little feedback. Yeah. We've had two other mother-daughter teams, one in Nevada, they're a little older, and then we have Maria here in Florida, who was in the 2021, and Adriana, and I'm sure they are also homeschoolers, and I'm sure that they would love to connect with you guys. So ping me later on that, and we can definitely set that up if you're interested. All right, so with that, I have, and I'm so sorry if I butcher this, is it Sarita? How do
You know what? You actually did a very great job at the pronunciation.
I think you're being kind.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but yes, I'm Sarita. I'm the lead grower at Sage and Tonic. We are a farm and plant nursery. We're just south of Tallahassee on the border of Leon County and Wakulla County. I am the adult in our operation. I'm actually here not just for myself, but also for my teenage daughters. They are 14, 13, and 10. And 4 years ago, they launched a juice product. And it was at the time loaded with not just fruits, roots, and veggies that they would juice, but it also had chunks of those items in the packaging. So we took it to the labs and we had it tested, and we decided to take out all of the chunks of different things in the product. And so what we have now, this was 4 years ago that they started that. We're still doing the same thing, but now we call them tonics. So they're herb, fruit, and root-based tonics. They're already packaged. We already have some retail relationships going. Because our farm specializes in exotics, herbs, and spices, and we also import from our family who harvest sea moss and different native herbs and spices from the island of St. Lucia, we decided to incorporate those things into our recipes. And so, again, we already have some relationships out there. The reason why we are here is because we have 4 things that we're trying to accomplish. And what I'll do is I'll be coming into class every week, and then I'll regurgitate a lot of the information that I learned to the girls. The first thing that we want to do is we want to develop a relationship with a co-packer. We also want to extend the shelf life of the tonics that we cold press in a commercial kitchen in the Tallahassee area. Because they're all like freshly made, the shelf life is really short. The third thing we want to do is we want to increase our retail relationships.
to not just be statewide, which we are now, but nationwide and even internationally. And the fourth thing that we want to do is we want to incorporate more eco-friendly packaging into what we do.
I love all that. Those are some great goals, and I think we're going to be able to. And Seth is very excited. Do you guys know each other outside of?
Yes. Yes. I love her daughters and I love her juice, and I'm so excited. I can't believe you're here. Oh, wow.
I'm here. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
All right. Thank you guys so much. So I am going to kind of whiz through the rest of today because I was enjoying listening to you guys so much that I kind of let the clock get away from me. But Maria, if you could share your screen again, and we're just going to go through. All right, so we have 12 weeks of the course, and that includes one break week, which is at week 7. The first 6 weeks are really built, it's divided into 4 short courses. The first short course is launching your product. So that contains 6 modules, and that is based around just giving you an overview of everything that's really needed. And then the rest of the short courses are deeper dives. So for launching your product, we have passion and mission, customer pain point, product ideation, and then for week 4, you'll see we have food safety and licensing and you'll see that a couple times, cleaning and sanitation. So depending on where you're at, sometimes one module might be more relevant to your current stage. So some of them have like an earlier one and a bit of a later stage module together. You can choose to do the one that fits best with you right now and keep the other one for reference, or you can choose to do both if you're highly ambitious, or you can do a little bit of both. It's kind of whatever you want during the and/or weeks. So then knowing your costs, where we dig into really understanding how much, what the cost of goods sold is. So you can start getting some really real numbers, packaging and shelf life. And then we close out the launching your product with that break week. And then we go into understanding the market, and that's really trying to get inside of the head of your customer, and then also coming up with a value proposition that really speaks to that customer, and then researching what else is out there, and really understanding your place in the marketplace. So, and after that, it's product development, and that's about developing your formula, turning your recipe into a repeatable, scalable formula that you can then go to, get produced in, on a larger scale. And then we'll also cover lab testing, what kind of tests you will need to be running for your products, what those tests mean, and kind of give you some resources around that. And then we close out with pricing and consumer testing, and then pitching. So it really takes you from the beginning, recipe development, and like all the way through the end of pitching it to buyers. So with that, all of our live discussions are at the same time during the same time slot. So they're going to be on Thursdays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. I sent out calendar invites. I always feel terrible when I do it because I know I'm destroying everyone's inboxes, but hopefully you guys got them and it will help us stay organized. We should not have that happen again where I flood your inboxes in such a way. So, all right, next slide. So each week on Monday, I send out an email, and the email just says what to expect out of the week. It gives you some tips for the module that's coming up, things that you should think of. And it will also include attachments for the upcoming activity and article in the upcoming module. That is going to be something that you'll want to skim over so that when we do our 5-minute preview, like we'll do at the end of today, you can ask questions. And then throughout the week, you'll read the expert article, you'll watch the video, you'll complete the activity, and you'll participate in the online discussion. There's discussion questions, like 3 or 4 each week that you'll answer. And then you'll post your assignment and discussion answers by Wednesday at 11 a.m. prior to the live discussion. The last thing that happens in the modules is that we have a live discussion and we get together and we discuss what we thought of the activities. And yes, there will be a recording. There is always a recording of the live discussions, just so everyone knows. And whenever there's slides, which is rarely past today, those get posted as well. And I post the chats for everyone to see and have as reference. So, yep, so then the last thing is the live discussion where we talk about it, and we have an expert join us or a food entrepreneur join us, and then the process repeats. I'll preview the next one and then we'll roll right into the next one. So what that looks like is, I am a more visual person. So today I'm going to be previewing it in our live discussion, the passion and mission. And then on Wednesday, on Monday, you'll get a what to expect email from me. And then for our customer pain point, but then on Wednesday, your activities for passion and mission will be done. Then we'll wrap up the live discussion on Thursday and do the preview for customer pain point. Then you'll go through the week. The live discussion at the end of the week often confuses people at the end of the module because most people are used to having like a lecture first and then they have the assignment. I just want to make sure to pause here. Does anyone have any questions about the structure? Is this clear? How are we feeling? Any questions at all? We're good. I see thumbs up. Excellent. Okay, so then we will move on. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me afterwards as well. So there's the community and course site, which is the F2F community.org. I will tell you that there's the public-facing site at F2F Accelerator that is not where you log in. Occasionally we have people who, like, if they get sick and they're a little fuzzy-brained, they try to go to that site and log in. It won't let you log in at that site. You want to make sure to go to the community site and log in there. And I think when I checked last time, the vast majority of you had logged in. Has anyone not logged in yet? Okay, so I think you all have logged in. Oh, Alice has not had a chance to, but you've been on the road, Alice. So when you do log in, or just, if you have any questions once you get in there, let me know. But let's go through. There's 3 main areas of the site. Maria, can we? There's the programs area, the community area, and then the resources. So, and you can get to them at the top level navigation when you're in there. Maria. Okay, so on your program page, there will be any, sometimes I put a little program announcement up there, but for anything really critical, I email it. So maybe it'll say welcome or hello or something. There's a link to the discussion forum. There's a button. There's a button for the participant workbook, which includes all the articles and activities for the entire program. And so you can feel free to download that. I know some people are like to have paper and printed materials, so feel free to print that. If you're running into any problems printing it, just let us know. We'll write you an email so you can get that printed. The website is always the most up-to-date resource, however. So if there's any conflicts, always the website wins out. There's a page, a link to the live discussion page. That page includes upcoming Zoom information for the entire program. And then once we have a live discussion, it moves from the drop down that says upcoming down to past. And I put the video recording, any chat files, and the slides in there. So that's where you can find it. It is a drop down, so you'll have to open it up. And that's usually available 2 to 3 days after our meeting. And then there's the coursework, which is in drop down. So I'm gonna really quickly share what the modules look like. Yeah. So at the bottom of the program there are different modules and there's a button, and it will tell you the assignment due date and the live discussion time. If you click Start Module, right now only the Passion and Mission is open, but I'll be opening the others. Each module page has the goals for the week, the weekly team, the expert video and article. Sometimes they're really similar, like almost word for word for different learning styles, but most often they are different. So for this first one, they are almost word for word. I'm just gonna warn you now. So if you're more of a visual learner, I would say watch the video. If you read or audio learner, whatever, you understand. Whichever way you like to learn, I would say do it for this one. For the future ones, they're pretty different. There's the activity section, which will detail out what you're supposed to do for the activity. We have activity materials, so it's usually a link where you download the worksheets, and you'll fill it in on a PDF and save it. So you download it, fill in the PDF, save it, and then post it again. And then there's a link to the online discussion or the live discussion, which just takes you back to that live discussion page. A link to the online discussion, which takes you to the specific discussion for that module, and then a feedback form. So I don't know if you guys can see down at the very bottom, there's a little in the graphic on the screen, there's a little star thing. At the bottom of each module, there are these feedback forms. We iterate throughout the entire program. We really care about your feedback. If you could please, at the end of each module, fill that out, it's really helpful for us, just to know what you're thinking, and we can make improvements that way. All right. So for the live discussions, if possible, webcam on, which most of you have done. You don't need to be fancy, just respectful. You really get out of the program what you put into it. So if you prepare and do the activities, you can ask better questions of the experts. We are not going to be calling you one by one. It is your responsibility to speak up and ask those questions. So please don't be shy. In the business world, they are not going to call on you one by one. And so it's a good, safe environment to do that if you're a shyer person, to practice that skill. And yes, we do track participation. We track if you attended or if you completed the activity. If you can't attend or need to listen in, just let me know. We've had some people who are like processing chickens, and so they'll listen on that day and not be able to speak, but it's helpful to know what's going on our end. And you can just send me an email. All right, there's the community area, which includes a member directory, so you can see everyone that's gone through the program in the past. It also includes some of the speakers and me, Maria, the project team. You can look at people's profiles, you can add them as a connection, you can send direct messages, etc. I'm going fast now. Maria, you each have a profile. And as you can see, Rebecca, this is a real profile. She went in and filled in hers really well. I started everyone's, but please fill yours in. It's really helpful to get to know you better. And you can see all the fields if you press the edit button. If you don't press the edit button, some fields are hidden. And then the groups area is just an area that we created so that you can connect with each other. It's topic-based. You can create your own based on your own interest. And you know, if people join and talk, or if you see something that you want to post on, please feel free to do that. And then the forums area, some of the forums are related to the specific programs, and then some are based on some of the groups, so like the book recommendations or whatever. There's a resources page that has lots of helpful tools. Not that fast, Maria. So there's a resources page that has helpful links, FDA links, all sorts of budget templates, all sorts of things. Really, please check out that area, and I will continue posting to the resources as any of the programs have things to share. So next up. Yep, so like I said, please customize your profile. You can subscribe to the forums, and it will allow you, it will send you an email each time someone posts, which is really nice. I can see I'm subscribed to them all, so I get emails galore, but it really helps so that you don't have to log in and say every single time something happens. We would suggest if you're writing a long post to do it in Word or Notepad and copy and paste, because sometimes the site can be a little fussy. It's pretty good, but every once in a while it is fussy. So sometimes it will post, but it doesn't immediately show your post if you push post, so you'll refresh your browser. If for any reason you are having a hard time posting, I can post for you. So you can send me your activity and I will pop on, and it gives me admin privileges to come on as you, and I can post for you. And then Maria and I can help walk you through posting, and we can do that one-on-one and figure out exactly what the trouble is and get you squared away. So Maria is awesome at that, and I'm happy to do it too. So if you ever need any help, you can contact me through a direct message on the site, through emailing me. You can text me. I never have my text alarm set, so you can like text me at 2 in the morning. It won't wake me up. And then typically I respond really quickly. Occasionally it takes 1 to 2 days. If I happen to not respond after like 1 or 2 days, please resend and ping me. Very, very rare that happens, but I just want to make sure that you guys know that I wouldn't be annoyed if you did that. And then let's see, what else do we have? Aha, okay, so 2 minutes for this. All right, so for this week, we are going into the passion and mission module, which you'll read your expert article or watch the video, since we're very similar this week. You'll complete the module activity, which is a worksheet that talks about like why you wake up in the morning and trying to really understand and hone in on your passion and mission. You'll also create an introductory video. This should be anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes, 5 minutes max, please no more than that. And for that introductory video, it doesn't have to be fancy. We just want you to say who you are, about your product, and explain a little bit about your passion and mission. You cannot upload it directly to the site. So what you'll have to do is put it on Dropbox or YouTube as an unlisted video, or Vimeo. Once again, if you have any problems with that, Maria and I are here to help you. So don't hesitate to reach out. And then there will be online discussion questions for you to answer as well this week. So we ask that you post your assignments and the discussion answers by Wednesday at 11. And then we will see you guys back here next week at 4 p.m. It will run from 4 p.m. to 5:30. And Andrew will be Andrew Varnum with Union Kitchen will be our instructor. He's great. He's been with all of the cohorts so far, and you will see him many times. And then the last thing that we would like you to do is do that feedback form after the live discussion or once you finish the activity. Whew. 1 minute left. So yes, you can put the video on Google Drive. That's a great question. So the different ways to record the intro video, again, you can You can even record it using your phone. We don't need you to be fancy. We had one woman try to pay a professional to record her. Please, please, please do not pay anybody. This is not what that's about. We'd rather you spend your money in other ways. Yeah, use your phone, or if you have a webcam and want to just record yourself, all that works. And then you can post using Dropbox. YouTube is an unlisted video, Vimeo, or other ways. And Alice, Maria, and I are happy to be in touch with you, and we can totally help walk through that with you. So no worries there. Any other questions before? And sorry, that was kind of a race through of everything. I loved listening to you guys, so sacrificed in the walkthrough area. Is there anything that you guys want answered before we call it to a close for today? Anybody? I'm scanning. Pamela, you look good. Rebecca, Seta. All right. I am so excited too. Okay, you guys, well, it was wonderful meeting you all, and I am going to close this down, and I will see you next week. Once again, anything at all during the week, reach out to us, and you'll be getting a weekly kickoff email on Monday from me, which you will get from now to the end of the program. So thank you all, and I will see you next week.